Hello, everybody. I am Laura Jensen. Today, I am wearing my hat for the president of the American Meishan Breeders Association. It is such an honor that I get to work with amazing folks. Today, I am here with Rebecca Thompson of Elemental Acres and Tristan Stekhuizen, who is one of our winners. For the three awards that the association has put forward for the show ring. So I think that all of us agree that the Meishan has a place in the show ring. It's been difficult to get it going, and one of the reasons I think is our numbers are still low, but they're improving every day. So I wanted to interview Rebecca and Tristan today and share their experience in the show ring to inspire others and educate you on how maybe you could do this in your area. So welcome. How are you today, Rebecca?
I'm good. Busy as always, trying to, slot something into the middle of the day when we got a lot of other things going on, but really excited to be here. Really grateful that Tristan was willing to take the chance and raise a couple of Meishans this year. And it was very exciting getting to see them in the show ring for the first time.
Yeah. I look forward to that. I have actually not physically been to a show yet. I've got some of my pigs this fall at the Georgia State Fair, so I can't wait to feel that as well. So I don't know, just in case we didn't say it, you're Elemental Acres out in Oregon, one of our leaders out on the West Coast with the Meishan movement. Yeah. So Tristan, tell us about yourself. How did you find Rebecca? How did you get to this Meishan show ring thing?
Well, I've been doing like heritage hogs for a little bit.
Okay, now you're there.
Started off with large black hogs, which I got from one of my parents' friends. And then on Facebook, I told previously before this, I told my mom I think we should do heritage hogs again. And so my mom started looking around, and on Facebook she saw an advertisement for some Meishan for sale. And so she contacted Rebecca, and then we came and we checked out the pigs, and we got two, and got a boy and a girl, and we just raised them, and by the time it was Friday, they were ready for fair. We just took them to the show ring.
Cool. So was this the Oregon State Fair or a local fair?
It's the Columbia County Fair.
Okay. All right. And then and we'll talk about that in just a minute. So you started with your local fair, and then you said you had raised large blacks before. So was this like your second show season with hogs?
This is my fifth year doing hogs.
Fifth year. Wow. Okay. Well, that's great, because I have to ask this question. In your experience, how is the Meishan compared to all these other breeds? What's the good, the bad? Tell us.
For breeds, pigs really, what breeders look for is what they call a factory ideal, which is a pig that has a certain amount of every type of meat. It has large shoulders, large hams, long sides, but it's not healthy for the pig. It doesn't make them built right. And Meishans have an actual naturalness to themselves. They have a mix between fat and muscle, unlike the factory standard, which just makes them healthier, happier, and in my opinion, they're a lot cuter too.
Tristan, keep talking. I love hearing this, not only from your perspective, but because you are the upcoming generation of farmers and pork. So you like what the Meishan has to bring to the table from a more natural perspective versus like commercial breed standards and double muscling and things like that. Is that kind of what you're saying? Yeah. What about handling? Did you find that the Meishan was better or worse handling?
Absolutely. The factory standard pigs, they seem to be kind of, I guess, in a way, steroided up. They're very enraged and full of energy, and they will, if you don't spend all year training them, they will run around and act like psychopaths. But when you have the Meishans, they're very domestic, I guess. They're very calm and relaxed, and they listen to commands without any force. They just you do is take a little tap, and then they just walk.
Yeah. Now, did you find that the Meishans were the same amount of work to prep for show, less? Did that change anything in your prep time?
Well, they were smaller, so obviously a little bit less, but their hair or fur, I guess, was a little quite a bit shinier, so they already looked more show prep just naturally.
Uh-huh.
And they keep themselves very clean as well. They try to
Mhm.
not get themselves covered in shavings or their, you know, excrement. And so they're just kind of ready to go.
That's fantastic. So overall, positive experience. So would you do it again?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. All right. Very good. So what type of class did you take your hog into? What was the breed class, or was it a breed class, I guess?
I took them into a breed class, and I actually took them into a market class.
Okay. All right. And then you won one of them. So which one was that?
The breed class.
Breed class. Very good. So it was, tell me more about that. I'm still learning about show classes, and I know a lot of our members are as well. When you say a breed class, my understanding, at least here in Georgia, is the hogs get thrown in what's called an AOB class, all other breeds, because there's not enough of them to say it's a BERT class or something like that. So can you explain what that meant in your region based on that?
For us, breed class is that hog and it's standard. The judge
Okay.
actually was given some information about the pig, but
Uh-huh.
then afterwards it was put into all the other best of
Mhm.
breeds class, and it came in fourth out of many
Compared
pigs.
to everything.
Yeah.
I just got
So,
chills, y'all. Wow, that's
yeah,
fantastic.
he
Okay.
got first for other breeds.
Mm,
Okay.
And for the breed class overall, she was fourth, right?
yeah.
And it was a
Okay.
gilt.
All right. So Rebecca, how did y'all navigate that? Was this a breed description? How did that judge know how to judge that Meishan?
If you've seen the video I posted on Facebook, it was interesting because Tristan's mom and I were standing at the edge of the ring as he was walking in with the gilt, and he was showing her all alone in the ring because he was in the other breeds. And we didn't really have a chance to talk to the judge. I have no idea what his background was or wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
But what was different with him compared to the judge that was doing the market hogs the day before, was that he actually took the time to grab the microphone and talk about the pig, and state that everything has its place. And he was very astonished by the 17 teats. That was a surprise. And he talked about the benefits that, using a pig like this, if you're crossing with a market hog, what the benefits that they can bring. He talked about that, which I think opens some minds a little bit more. Obviously, on our farm, we're focused strictly on the Meishan, but it was really encouraging for me to see a judge who is willing to talk about the positive traits. He did talk about, the places that he felt improvement could be made, which was helpful for me as a breeder.
Mm-hmm.
He stated that, in working on bone structure might be helpful in the future.
Mm-hmm.
He did say he doesn't know a whole lot about Meishans, and I think that the more they're seen, the more judges will educate themselves. But I also think that there's a really great opportunity for young folks like Tristan who want to show heritage breeds to do some of that educating. He had mentioned earlier in the day that he likes it when they come up to him and introduce themselves and want to engage. And not every judge is like that. But he did qualify with the gilt for the Oregon State Fair. So we'll be headed
Congratulations.
to the end of August. And I'm hoping I've got some help on the farm so I can get down there too, because I really want to be there to see it.
Yeah, congratulations. I mean, that's a great accomplishment to be able to go to the state fair. So well done. Yeah. So how about your interest? And did you have people that made fun of you or were like, what are you doing with these pigs and what are they? What was it like, for, you know, in committing to the Meishan and then taking them into the show ring?
No, honesty, I think I was more worried about them than anybody else raising
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
But once we got them to the fair, the people there were just genuinely interested. They weren't disgusted or ashamed. They were interested in the pig. They thought it was adorable and they thought it was really interesting to see something new out there.
That is amazing. When we had a family in South Georgia, y'all may have seen the video that was some people didn't welcome them so much when they showed up with Meishans in South Georgia. We later learned that it was broadcast across the country, the Meishans in the show ring. And as the weekend went on, people did come around, but there's been cases where we are welcome. And okay, I respect what they've built. I also think the Meishan's a phenomenal hog to be in some of these classes too. So that's really encouraging that we're seeing a different approach and a more open-minded view of the Meishan and what it could do. All right, so we just to remind everybody, the association put out a what would you say, a winner's check, maybe a bonus.
I wasn't even aware that you had done that
Ah,
until you told me. So I haven't even told Tristan.
oh, okay. Well,
So this is-
fantastic. All right, your microphone's still a little weak there, Rebecca. It's kind of
Yeah.
funny, like it's soft, but as you talk, it gets louder. So I'm not sure if your tech guy can wiggle something there. Maybe I don't know about these things. So you'll see if that's a little better.
Okay, does that?
Oh, that is much better. Okay, I can
I
hear
think
you
I
better.
just have to talk louder.
Okay. All right. So what the association put out, it was either January or February, is that the first 3 people in the United States that win a class with the Meishan, the person showing the hog receives a check for $100, and the member breeder that bred the hog receives a check for $50. So congratulations on being our second winner of that this year. And I have sent the checks out to Rebecca this week. And that's your check, Tristan, for $100 for your winning class with the Meishan.
Thank you.
I couldn't quite hear you. I think you probably said thank you.
Thank you very much. I didn't even know I didn't even know this was an award, so I'm really thankful for that.
Oh, you are very welcome. I hope that it's just part of the Meishan experience that inspires you to continue on with the Meishan. As an association, we're still in our infancy, but the youth is the future. And like I said earlier, I'm grateful that you were willing to jump on board with this unheard of pig and breed, and that you're making headway with it. So there's one more out there. So hey, if you pull it off at state, there's the third one, and then I'd say if as fast as this is gone, maybe the association should do it again in the fall. I mean, what do y'all think about that?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
We're very excited for next year. As you know, the gilt that we kept from Maui and Moana from a year ago, Daisy, who just farrowed. I was so overwhelmed by her growth rate and just how fast she got really big. So we kept her to breed specifically. We bred her to Imperial Paca, and we're hoping soon as she weans this litter to be able to breed her again for next year. But we've got a couple other litters lined up as well. Been spending a lot of time looking at our breeding stock and evaluating and thinking about the things that we've heard from judges, and hopefully we'll get some more insight at the end of August at state that we can also apply towards our breeding decisions. I think that as you and I have spoken previously, we've got a certain line that we're trying to build specifically for meat production, something that retains all of the excellent qualities of the Meishan, but that hopefully we can grow out a little bit faster, a little bit bigger, reduce some of the costs without changing their overall structure. And some of that has been tweaking the feed and our rotational practices on where they graze and forage. But I also think there's, you know, if we want to encourage more show ring participation, then we also have to kind of be willing to listen to the judges, and there's a certain amount of play in the game, right?
Absolutely.
I think it's important that throughout the process, as an organization, as breeders, as participants, we do our best to ensure that as judges are learning more about the Meishans, that we're participating in that education in terms of this is what a Meishan should be. We don't want to breed to try to turn them into emulate, like Tristan said, the less healthy qualities that you see in a lot of the cross market hogs. They're never going to be a pig that's in mass commercialized production, I don't think, but we're certainly increasing our production, hoping to raise and process 120 hogs from October 1st to September 30th next year.
Wow, that's got to be, if not the biggest, one of the biggest players in the market. And I know we're going to get together probably after the conference. We need to make sure we're utilizing the service mark on your food truck and with your work too. And that's the AMBA certified Meishan pork for those that are new to that. So I think we've got enough pigs now we can do it. And what you're doing is fantastic. And we have some other things in the works that will help you promote that as well. So
awesome.
More to come there. But I agree. For those of you listening, if you go to meishanbreeders.com, breed description, I will link it in the bottom of this on our YouTube comments. There is a breed description that outlines the general idea of the Meishan. There are multiple body types within the breed, so it really is not possible right now to have a breed standard. And like you said, Rebecca, I think it is very important that we listen to the judges. I think there are lots of places to improve, and it's a new breed in the U.S. at the end of the day. So yeah, that's all great things. I just would like to also comment that from what I see happening in the U.S., Rebecca, you have some of the fastest growing, best meat stock I know about. So keep it up. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know of many people that are hitting your hanging weights and grow out times. So what you're doing is working. Yeah. And Tristan, that means you're in the best hands possible out there, really. So I hope to see y'all again very soon on one of these things where we can talk about the next wins and the next moment. So that's all I can think of for questions or comments. Do either of you have anything that you would like to add?
I'm really excited for next year.
All right.
Oh, I couldn't hear that.
I'm really excited for next year.
Oh, yay. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for taking time out of your busy day and schedules to do this with me. I'll get it uploaded probably tomorrow morning. And then if you just need me for anything, I'm here however I can help. I think y'all got it under control out there. So
Laura, thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
you're very welcome. Very welcome. All right. Well, I'm going to sign off for now. We'll see you soon. And thank you guys for watching. And there'll be more of these to come because we have the Pennsylvania group as well. That was all over the news up there with the first all Meishan pig class in America. And I got a feeling Oregon's not going to be far behind. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.